Are we back? We might be, you know. We could well be back. Not sure. There he is. Now, of course, that means that it almost certainly would have broken the song bot, so I'm just going to quickly turn off the song requests, because otherwise it's not going to work properly. Where do I do that? Where do I do that? Manage rewards request. Let me just pause that for the time being. Otherwise, it will break it. Oh, dear. Yeah, it just absolutely shit itself. So that's fun, isn't it? And there we were talking about Johan Micallef, and then it all went wrong for us. Yeah, I just secretly needed a second pish. Ah, dear. That was really weird. It didn't completely die. It went to like 5 kilobits a second upload, and then eventually did completely die. And I was like, right, fuck, this is time to do an unpluggy and turn it back on again. And it just takes so bloody long. So to answer the question that was being asked before we inevitably lost ourselves there, I am not looking at the scout reports because we're doing a slightly different system of actually looking at them. Something from F25 when SI release it, basically. Same time as always, really, I would say. I have no inside information, really. I don't work for the company, so I know as much as you do, pretty much. Favourite person out, really? That's intriguing, considering he's a lone player. Right, Rojas has finally got his act together, at least. Which is good, because we really did need him to like not be a bell end, so him actually getting his happiness back up again would have been good. That's very true, Don. Yeah, even if I did know, I wouldn't be able to say, but I don't, as it happens. The only stuff we know about F125 right now is the things that we already know. So the stuff that was released last June about it. Squatting Pog, Johan Micallef and Belize. Yeah, the trifecta of damage. You know who we... Well, I mean, I suppose, but I don't know anything right now. I know no more than you do. The only things we know about it are Unity, save game compatibility, and I guess women's football. Those are the 3 things, but there's no real like concrete on what any of that's actually going to look like. Classic. All right, Donald Rumsfeld. There are known unknowns, and the things that we know that we don't know. Shows Unity in Q2. I don't remember reading that myself, but then I don't read very much. Well, I do, just not that. I'm busy reading hockey smut, as you know. I know, but I won't tell you. That's the thing. You've learned my my mannerisms now. So even when I say things that are completely unhinged, you're like, I know what he means. I know what he means. Oh, wow. Perez is back already. That was... Wait, hang on. Yeah. He may be back, but he's not starting. I'm just a hockey player. Exactly! Priorities, Chateau. Jesus. Right, Sotelo and... I guess Wood for this one, honestly, because who cares? Padilla will definitely not start. We'll start, in fact, we'll start Rios instead. Markovic and... Oh, good to see that Gert's there. We'll start... Oh, God. We're a bit light in that role now, aren't we? I guess Rob Hilton. For research purposes. I finished Icebreaker, so I decided to read the second one, which is called Wildfire. And honestly, right, the characters are actually quite fun, and the stories are actually quite good, and the banter's good. It doesn't need the smart. Honestly, if anything, it's almost a negative, really. I'm more interested in the story stuff. This is a bit like me saying, I watch the porn for the stories. I read the article. That's the modern day version of that, innit? Oh, Dice Hockey. Well, this one's set at, like, I don't know, I've only read like 10% of it so far. The sync gets fixed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Story, I love it, innit? Yeah. Story is so good, it's distracting. Yeah, exactly. And will that... How will she pay for the pizza, chat? Oh, dear. It's called Wildfire. Yeah, that plumber. He never does fix the sink, does he? Dreadful plumber, really. Oh, Jesus. Sans with the 28
Take
months.
my money. Sorry for being late. New sleeping schedule prevents me from being aired on time, and happy streamer anniversary.
That'll happen. Thank you, friend. Also, I wouldn't worry, you know, the VODs are not monetized on the second channel. That channel doesn't even have monetization. For this exact reason. Remove international teams. As far as I know, Team Report has never been available on international teams. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Certainly not something I've ever done. And as far as I know, you've never been able to get Team Reports on international teams. Won't have that. Ah, yes, all my sponsors of none. Fuck it with lost subs. Yes, I have. I assume that... I don't know how many people it got affected by. So I would say, I don't know if you get, as a user, emails about this as well, but I had an email basically saying that Twitch just randomly didn't process payments for like a load of subs, which... So if you have randomly lost your sub badge, then know that it's Twitch's fault. Yeah, the BHF are all over it. Even on YouTube scouting when you can scout under 21. I'm not sure I understand what you mean, but as far as I know, you've never been able to do team reports on international teams. Not in the same way that we do with clubs, anyway. But they do. They love it. They're all about that life. Hey, they approached me. They got an email. Okay, fair enough then. So that's all right then. Yeah, I think Twitch just said that they were going to compensate me in my next, like, paycheck. But they didn't say how much or anything. But I suppose I'll be able to work it out just by comparing the amount that I expect to get versus the amount that I actually do get. Classic Twitch, eh? Right. This might be a loss. I said 11-1 book. Exactly. What more could you possibly want? You get education, erotica, and hockey. It's the Holy Trinity. Yes, 0. 1 month of the amount lost. Yeah, we'll see what that actually comes out to. Found my slash fiction. Right, we'll do that. I think that's okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. Doctors who read hockey is smart. Well, to be fair, the only reason I even came across it in the first place was because I was looking for some kind of book that involved hockey, and I saw one, and on the outskirts, on the outside, it just looks like a rom-com book that's about hockey, and I'm just like, this is my absolute dream. And for the first like 100 pages, you're like, oh, this is just kind of a sweet story. And then it's like, and then they fucking like, it just comes out of nowhere. And we do get the win with missed penalties for both teams. Hang on, there were 3 penalties in this game. And it was 1-0. 2 missed penalties and a scored penalty. Okay. This is a penalty-heavy league, chat. What can I say? Also, what are Tarshin up to here? Hammering are finally back on the wagon again. Yeah, not quite that level, Bill, but yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Oh, Lord, they fucking... Precisely. Because it's got a thing where you can have it so if they miss a penalty, they are not allowed to take the next one as well. So if they score a penalty, they can't take the next one, or if they miss a penalty. Pretty much it just rotates penalty takers. The book was called Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, I think. It was very popular on TikTok, I believe, at one point as well. But I'm only interested in the hockey, chat. No, genuinely, I was just like, oh, it seems like a sweet story, like a rom-com involving hockey. It just sounds perfect. Oh, thank you, Deadpool. Right. Bayern. With not a rotated squad, but a depleted squad, I suppose you could say. But you think they'll have some depletion on their own end, presumably, but they're also Bayern Munich, so the depth is crazy. Ooh, Jean-Christopher Koch. And also, Julian Sass. Decent. Chat, I'm sensing an overpriced Belgian. Oh, as if the internet's gone again. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm back, I think. But it did just shit itself again there, didn't it? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we blipped there. No, it just went dead for a second. Fuck me. Sky Internet. Christ, sort your shit out. Yeah, I saw the big red box pop up. They did lose to go, but yeah, but they've been better in recent years. Plus, they've got the best one of the best goalkeepers in the world anyway, who we really should have right now ourselves. So yeah, he definitely looks like one for the future. Probably an overpriced Belgian. Then Julian Sass. Yeah. An overpriced Belgian. It feels like it, MUFC fan. Yeah. They've been... Now, the thing is, BT were out doing some shit to the lines the other day. Just casually, like, poisoning the Sky Internet while they're there. Just it's the same lines anyway. Right. When that happened... Oh, does it, like, pop up on Steam because of that? Hockey book, it was called Icebreaker. Oh, sweet, lose. That's surprising. Well, he's too young for us to sign right now, but he's certainly worth scouting, for sure. In fact, we probably could do with a little look at the players and range screen again. See if there is anyone interesting popping up in there. Which I don't even have the filter set up for at the moment. Team report new. Well, yeah, indeed. Just a bit of sabotage. So I want this one. Anyone interesting in here? Wow. Okay, so there's a few guys that might be worth a look. Not a lot, actually, as it goes. Guy from the Chinese club, and he's way too expensive. The one that sort of stands out... There's your novel chatter. Is that the one? Yeah. That's the one. Let's see. Marcel Seca. Ooh. Okay, so he's not a centre-back. He's a ball-winning midfielder. And 3 days later, I had to come back and unfuck. Yeah, exactly. When I went to see my mate to get my haircut last week, they were doing the internet outside house as well. It's crazy. Hockey, but we fight. It's fucky. Yeah, he is actually very, very good. I really like his attributes, but we could never play him as a centre-back. But I do like him. Won't sign for us anytime soon, but sort of guy that you move up to attacking, to midfield. Lucas Dite. Low self-belief is a little annoying. Guy at Cape Town City here. 19-year-old Tommy Nkobo. Ooh. Okay. Libero, yeah, but like they still have to be able to defend. Called Pig and Bear. Solid. Nothing to report. Nothing from Sweden, Jack. Yeah, I think Tommy Nkobo could be a nice little... He feels like a good loan farmer type of guy. Yeah, I mean, the internet around here is absolutely gopping, so it's a proper holdback. It's the reason I have to stream at such a low bit rate. Like, I wish I could send a high... trust me, I know it doesn't look as good as it should do. Like, particularly when we're in matches. It's one of the things that's like, wow, are we really... Hang on, we are favourites to win at Bayern Munich away from home. What? Something has definitely changed this year. Because we believe... once or twice, passed by once or twice. The Chase. Yeah, I've watched The Chase. I love The Chase. Right. Have that. Have that. I haven't watched it in a while, but I don't really watch TV very often, if I'm honest. Like, at all. The only things I watch on, like, live TV are sport. There we go. That'll do. It'll be the best. Right. Good, that's all that matters. Yeah. Well, yeah, in a way. What is this? So mostly us just getting a little bit screwed by the match engine in the Atletico game. Luckily, good results for the other Maltese sides. Like, very good results. We've got 3 in the top 8 in the Conference League. And hopefully we can extend that today. Bit of doo-doo there. Padilla. How much more progress could you possibly be showing? Christ. I kind of want to just, like... He should be in a museum. The level of quality he's got. Hunted, I have no idea what that is, so no. I don't, like I said, I don't really watch TV. Outside of live sport, that's it, really. I'm trying to remember the last time I watched anything on television that wasn't live sport. Probably Eurovision last year. We're getting pretty close. So on the year, we're up to 7.5. So we're nearly up to where we were last year. Now, there's still these big years to go because of the dilution. A character in Clash of Clans. Christ, that must have cost a lot of money. Oh, Tuni's got a cap for... Cameroon. He was the kind of guy that I thought might end up declaring for Malta. Best method, most recent one from Iron Owl. It depends on what sort of players you're trying to get. So we use Iron Owl's one as a way of supplementing our existing... I still feel for me that the team reports is the best one, but Iron Owl's system is a really great way of finding teams for the team reports and acting as like a supplementary factor on top of it as well. I've yet to find anything that I think is more efficient than the team report system. Many years. Get angry for not selling them. Well, then you just... I think people care too much about whether their players get angry for 5 seconds. If they've got a long-term contract, who cares if the other team are interested in them? Like, also, it's important. If they are a good player and they've got high squad status for you, just tell them that. They will often stay. If they've got the right personality, they'll almost always just be like, yeah, it's fine. If they're a team leader or a important player or influential player in your squad hierarchy, you can most of the time just get away with telling them that and they'll be all right to stay, generally speaking. Also, once you get one player to stay, it's really easy to then get others to stay by basically telling those players, hey, but this guy stayed. That's all we do. We're not doing anything fancy, really. It's just... I think some people give in to their players too soon. They go, oh, I won't want to upset them. But also, sometimes you can just upset them for a little bit, right? Rex in the Prem. That's actually kind of cool, actually. What season's that? What are the budgets like there in FM? Because I never obviously managed Wrexham in FM, only to do like little test saves. I need to do some tests with this tactic outside of this save as well. Okay, so Joel Simon. It's like looking at... You're in a love triangle and she chose the other guy. Like, we could have had this goalkeeper. We were this close to having Joel Simon. Oh no, Kebi's not there too, is he? Fuck. It's a proper what could have been 11 here, isn't it? Yeah, AFCON's happening. They paid 44 million. That's super annoying because he was... Because, like, we knew he was good, but we couldn't sign him at the time. Oh. But why not still there? It should have been me, exactly. Right. Oh, they've got a guy called Marley, though. That never works well. Never loaned to buy him. So that was the plan, but basically he then turned down the contract. And then before we could do anything, Porto came in, offered them £8 million, and we weren't able to do anything about it. It's a little bit annoying. But I'm not bitter. Not that much, anyway. A pro for him. Yeah, they think that's cheap for us. It helps. Marley and Kepi? We can have Marley and me. Right. We are the favourites, though. We've literally been the better side in every Champions League game we've played so far this season, and only have 7 points to show for it. This needs to be us finally turning it around. It's actually kind of crazy that Alessio Dionisi is actually still in charge of Bayern. Will Pro, thank you for the follow. Oh, 100 points sharp for that look up from ages ago. Right. Okay. This is where it gets better. This is the beginning of the luck to turn our way on the coefficient sheet. Oh, for God's sake, FM. Sky Internet, have a word, bruv. Can you see me yet, chat? Oh, dear. The beginning of what? Oh, lordy lord. Apologies, Voddies, as well, for this. I know this is going to end up having to be one of those double part ones, but... Jesus, Sky. Right, we can play now. Just keeps dropping out, man. This is what I was worried about when I started... Because it was buggering up massively on Sunday as well when I was trying to watch the Arsenal-Spurs game. Like, it was giving me, like, 0.6 upload. Perez has got it here. Come on. He's got all the time in the world to let the defender come back, and... Bruv, you have 18 pace and acceleration. What is going on there? How has he not... How did he allow the defender to get back and chase him there? Oh... You know we're conceding that if it's the other end as well. Right, Padilla with the ball in. Joel Simons to the rescue. That's going to be a regretful moment. But the question is, chat, will Bayern score their first shot on target of the game? Or have they already had one? They haven't had a shot on target yet, but you can bet your boots when they do, they'll score it. Right, come on, look. Oh my God, look at the swarm. We're aggressive today, friends. Poor dribbling. What is his dribbling? 14. I feel like with 14 dribbling, you should still be able to, like, run with the ball at your feet. Like... Right, Espino, this is some nice stuff. Oh, one last pass. Perez, right, has to bury this time. Yes. We've been brilliant. First 25 minutes, we lead. Bayern 0, Sirens 1. We're just different. We are different gravy this season. It was not a fluke that we did so well in the Club World Cup. This was really nice passing, by the way. Like, just popping it around, one-touch stuff in the midfield. Glorious. That's just a really nice goal. Perez has been very good this season. Even though we've missed that opportunity there, that was beautiful. We lead 1-0, and deservedly so. We've been the better side. I'm just going to turn off latest scores because I don't think there is any other... No, there isn't. There's no other games on for the time being. No other multi-teams. They are all apparently playing on Thursday this week, which is weird, I realise. Right. Come on. We're pressing Bayern really nicely, though, which is good. We actually look up for it today. Like, we're getting right in on them, which is about bastard time. He's crying internally. Yeah, he wishes he'd... Oh, go on. Oh, what an absolute waste that was. He's going to wish he joined Sirens now. But I'm really liking our press. It actually feels like we're going to win the ball off them, which not all the time is that the case. It sometimes feels like we're running around in the midfield chasing our tails. But today, as much as they are sort of actually playing through us a little bit now, they're having to work hard to do... Oh, God, now we're going to concede off it, aren't we? Cool. I suppose it was guaranteed to be their first shot on target. After 35 minutes, they do score. That's a really nice goal, to be fair. That was just a really good goal. They played us off the park there with that passing play. Kadri just gets caught flat-footed. It's a good finish. Gets back, can't get the block in. So if only Perez could do that. That is frustrating. But that was a really nice goal, in fairness. If we're going to concede a goal, I'd rather it look like that. I can't really even be too mad at the team so far. This game's been pretty good. A draw wouldn't even be the worst result in the world, but particularly with the easier games to come. Right. I will yell at them because it is... Oh, Padilla, I'm sorry, bud. Yeah, it's a shame, though, that you can kind of predict that happening, innit? It's nice to actually concede a good goal for once. Like a goal that's just like they pass through you. It's annoying that it's once again their first shot on target of the game, but that's FM. But at least it wasn't like some silly deflected goal. Right, Padilla, come on, make up for that mistake. Put a good cross in here. Well, go on. Oh! Oh, my God. Now the woodwork begins. Oh, come on, man. We're so close to getting a good opportunity here. Oh, he's cleared it. Oh, wait, get a toe in. Ah. Oh. God damn it, man. This has all the hallmarks of yet another... I bet they score their second shot on target as well. We've played really well so far. Oh, yes. Oh, God, here we go. Here it comes. Oh, no. Although there's a lot of... The game's kind of got very scrappy now, which is a bit concerning. It could go either way with the scrappiness. Padilla! What a save! Hey, Jerry. We actually got to the Club World Cup final. And we should have won it too. We were the better side. But got unlucky against Manchester City in the final. And now we're actually playing very well against pretty much everyone we play against. We've been the better side in every game in the Champions League this season. And annoyingly, have not got what we deserve from it so far. Ball in again. Cleared away again. Palacio. Oh, that's... Wait. Okay, we're overplaying it a little bit here. Score to be also probably, yeah. Oh, I love that we've managed to come to Bayern though, and yet again be the best side, be the better team. Padilla's got a slight knock here. Right, options. Feels you can shake it off. As good as he is, I think we might still have to make that change. Nunez has not really got an obvious option there. We are a bit light on the bench just because of all the AFCON people. Lahovi, yeah, the rest of the team is not... I might even go with Markovic. Markovic sometimes just does things in games, and I feel like this might be the chance. That Bayern keeper does look quite good. We should really try to have signed him before he went for Bayern. That's a misstep on our part, I would say. This would be very annoying, though, if we were to once again concede the only shot on target of the game. But that's why you've got to score more than one. We could actually... Yeah, true. Maybe I'll do that change after this highlight just to see. Oh, go on, slip him in. Yes. Come on, Vida. Please don't shoot. He's going to shoot, isn't he? This goalkeeper, man, is very good. Who could have predicted that? Yeah, you're right. We'll get Nunez off for... And bring Sotelo in. Yeah, it's going to have to still be Sotelo there. Yeah, considering there are only 2 shots on target would be worse as well, I suppose. We've been very good here. It's actually mad how in Europe this season we've been this good and not got the results for it. Like, we were great against Atletico, we were great against Chelsea, we were great against Bayern here. Like, we've been brilliant in Europe this season. And are just getting absolutely effed. Except it could get worse. Imagine if they scored their only 2 shots on target in this one. Or we give them another stupid penalty out of nowhere. This does have the hallmarks of, like, dumb penalty. No, Bayern have not been dominating for a while. They've kind of clawed their way back up a little bit. They're better than the team they were at one stage when they were coming like 4th and not even getting into the Champions League. Right, come on. Simple header. Oh, come on, man. Oh, look at this. Look at the state of this. Every tackle, straight back to Bayern, they're going to score off this. Oh, look at this shit. What a save. That is an absolutely unbelievable save. But that was such horrendous nonsense. How many times can you win the ball back in one play? Not playing any 30-year-olds in your team. Yeah, I suppose. There is that, I suppose. But this, what a great... Yeah, we... Oh, what the hell? Can we clear the football? Oh, for goodness sake. Thank God. Ooh, image and sound differ. You might need to refresh your stream. Oh, Jibby has bailed us out there because that was crazy. Luckily, that one I think is offside. But I mean, they've stepped it up a little bit now. In fairness, we're still the better team, but they have had a good chance there or two. At least they've had a second shot on target that wasn't a goal. Holy shit! Unfortunately, it's just one of those games where you're playing a better side, playing a team that's bigger than you. So this just seems to happen. Unfortunately, once again, better side, and don't get the result. What can you fucking do, man? There's got to be a limit here to this kind of nonsense, man. Fucking hell. We've been the better side in every Champions League game this season, and we've only won 2 of them. We've played Chelsea, Bayern, and Atletico off the... Atletico less so, actually, but we were still the better team. This is mad. We're still doing okay, though. There's still a chance for us to actually finish on, like, 17 points. So, we're doing all right. But, look, we could have won every game. But it's good news. I'd rather be playing well and not getting results than playing badly and not getting results, right? Because I think it shows that the underlying stuff there is actually really, really going in our favour. As FC Copenhagen dropped some random points there. But goddamn, is it frustrating to watch, man. To just watch them... Wait, what? Oh, no. I think that Goodyear... He's gone to the Malta job, hasn't he? The guy that we'd highlighted. I daren't click on him in case my internet decides to end... there you go, yeah. Johan Mekelev is now the Malta manager. I still don't think he's going to call up Vida. I really don't. Oh, sorry, what were you looking for, Tiger? I missed that. If it was the camera settings, I have it on TV and then the zoom all the way on the left on one and then the height all the way on the right on the other one. Yeah, so I don't really have camera settings for it because I'm not sure what I'd actually put in that box for the command because it's sort of... I suppose I could have a screenshot linked to somewhere, I guess. I'll show you probably in the next game because it's not that far off it anyway. But that's pretty much the general understanding of it. For me, it's the one that looks closest to like TV camera, I guess. Oh, here we go. Goodyear. Right. Unfortunately, Vaughan, we conceded their only shot on target. They did have one late on which it was nearly 2-1. They nearly scored both shots on target. We had 2.2 XG to like 0.9. Oh, no. Okay. BG Tiger, thank you very much for the follow. Right, let's see. See if Goodyear can pull off an absolute banger. Without a manager, I am worried for them, though. I think this might be the beginning of them dipping down a little bit. They've already got enough points to qualify. I actually missed who they were playing. No, Cazorla's not playing for them. He's complaining about it as well. But I'm happy to keep him there because if they get some injuries, it'd be nice. Oh, Antwerp. To be fair, Hamrin won away at Antwerp. This is a good little litmus test to see what's actually happening there. If they suddenly lose out of nowhere, we're like, oh, shit. And it begins. Hamrin won away at these guys. Did Levski win? Fair. Also, look at the money that Goodyear have got. So Ian Skerry is in charge right now, who's the caretaker. But they'll get... Can we have him? He's actually really good. Although he's more like a Hoyd, which is what I assume his actual job is. Yeah, wait. I assume that is... Yeah, he's the Hoyd. Bloody hell, what a head of youth development they've got there, by the way. Fair play, Ian. It's good to... You need an Ian. So Levski... Yes, Levski just beat Olympiacos, which makes sense, actually, because Olympiacos are really, really bad. Bottom of the group, in fact. Levski's goal difference isn't particularly special either. God, we're 18th. Are only 2 like... Hey, you know what? There's nothing we can do about it. We're playing well. That's what makes me happy. Right. So, what we got this time? Hamrin versus Pushkas. Birkikara, never mind. And... Sweetie home to AEK. Competitor reputation ranking. It went up by 6 places this year, Ramsroo. So we went up from 27th to 21st in terms of the reputation of the competition anyway. I think we should be getting 2 wins, but I actually reckon we get 1 draw. This is where it screws us. I think for some reason that poor result for Goodyear is going to randomly ripple into these games too. I reckon we get 1 draw. Maybe I'm being too pessimistic there. But after watching that Bayern game, I don't think there's any way to be any more pessimistic. Right. Let's see. Got 20 players on international duty as well. Right. Okay. 4-0, 1-0, 2-0. 2 wins. You were dead right. Hamrin with the 4-0. Look at the XG they're putting up in these European games. Holy Christ. Pedraza, I think, is an absolute... Having Pedraza to actually score goals for them, it takes a lot of the pressure off of Armando Perez. So now he can just become a complete playmaking legend. That's pretty solid. We'll see. Sweetie as well. Deserved, frankly. That's great. The goal from Baguette is always good. How close were Becky-Cara to actually getting... Oh, they were lucky to concede only one in this game. But more points. If anything, we're the ones letting ourselves down a little bit at the moment. So on the year, 8.5 points. We've literally equaled our tally of points from last season with 3 matches to go still. And we're now back up to second in the coefficients on the... These are the kind of years that we need. 46 points. We start to extend... We've actually got a full point gap over Austria now on the year, which is lovely news. Tim Lum clean sheet. Exactly. Perez is very good, but now that he's got someone to pass to, it's taking it up a notch. Need 13. Yeah, we do, but the thing is, we're still gaining points this year. So that's what really matters to me. Like, we were never going to likely get that. You're that guy that I quite like the look of, but still not on a for us to sign. Yeah, we can't expect Becky-Cara to get anything from that game. Like, although, to be fair, they haven't really got anything from any game yet this season, but they are also not that good. Sadly. Right, get rid of those guys. Oh, Nazinho actually isn't horrendous. Neither is Emerson. Okay, those guys might actually genuinely be worth another scout. Which is nice to know. Yeah. James Dean especially. In fact, on that note, where's he gone? There's something there. Okay. Oh, wait. Did I accept those guys? Right. Is Pereira Trekkie? Who's Pereira? Oh, him. Sorry, yeah. I don't really know. I think it's because he was like, you know, earlier when I was saying about guys that have potentially, anyway, it seems like high potential, but you're not quite sure what they are yet. Those are the ones that you get the most to mold with. So I'd like to sign him at some point. If he continues to have some, if the potential stays as high as it is, then we'll have to sort of think about what we could do with a player like him. Because there's a lot. He'd obviously have to be in the forward areas because he doesn't have the tackling. But yeah, if we can actually get him and mould him into what we want, then fairly solid. Also, look at this. John Kendall Tory, MP. Just perfect name there. Romano, you're at Leon, so you're well out of our price range. Gutierrez is the goalkeeper of my dreams. But his wage demands are so excessively high. Henrique, we already know all about. Ooh, who are you? Oh, you're too young to talk to us just yet. Poznan dude, though. He's very bloody intriguing. Where did he... Is he a recruitment-focused player? You are all just sort of okay. Bet he's got 5... You're probably not wrong, yeah. Pantelis Balidis. He's a bit old. Not bad, but... Right, let's see. Come on, please have good heading. Tell you what. He ain't bad, but he's also not... Actually, to be fair, he's only 18. 11 heading's solid. Good consistency, resolute personality, tackling's all right, marking's bad, but that's fine because marking is the easiest one of those things to get better. I think I'd be willing to go on him. Now they're not. Yeah, they might ask for quite a lot mid-season here. He would be good for loan. Wages a little high, but not completely out. I think it would depend heavily on his squad status too. If he wants fringe player or less. Yeah, he's lacking... I don't mind it when they've got poor marking because it's the easiest to train technical. And with a resolute personality... Oh, yeah. I was thinking we'd have to pay, like, £6 million. I think I'd do him for 3.4. I think 3.4 million is worth it to me. Provided he has some kind of level of potential. Yeah, no, I like that. It's not even really fodder. He's just actually good. Yeah, marking being so low... I'm genuinely glad to see it because I reckon we could easily get his marking up to 15. Star fringe player, beautiful. Fringe player is absolutely fine because that means loan farm. We've got to be careful with international caps because with him being Polish, I think there's a very strong chance that he gets them. But we do want the long-term contract if we can. Particularly if they'll actually let me do an 8. Oh, they will. Nice. That's good. Oh, wow, that was straight in. Oh, and Zbigniew. Just a very solid first name as well. Oh my god, what a name this is. Zbigniew Chmielczyk. Or is it Isn't that pronounced like Chmiel or Chmielczyk? Maybe. I think it's Chmielczyk. Zbigniew Chmielczyk. Poles, help me out. I'm sure someone on the VODs will let me know. That's a slightly tougher one. I like it though. Yeah. I think he might be... I think it will depend... Like... It depends what he's like when he actually joins us. What his I think it depends on his PA. If it's around that level, then brilliant. If it's 4 stars, I guess okay, because of his decent CA and his okay attributes. But if it's like 3.5, then I'll be like, oh god, we've been sold one of those guys that's got like really high CA and really low PA. And the game always seems to prioritize them, I find. Not great pronunciation. I'm doing my best. I don't speak Polish. What do you want from me? I love when people say that. Don't actually offer to help or anything. Just criticize it. Like, I'm doing my best. Okay. Marsa get another win. Wow, Floriana are really shitting the bed right now, aren't they? Melita have pulled themselves out of it. There's really a... in English. Oh dear. I mean, I can't pronounce anything in English, let alone in other languages. Right. I try. My Duolingo subscription, it costs too much to do Duolingo, as you know, chat. God, Fedunio does love a 10 out of 10. Is it because he constantly takes penalties or something? Oh, 7 assists. Not bad, actually. A hip injury for a player we don't care about. What a shame. I mean, I'm sure he's a lovely chap, really, but now's not the time. A sexy Scouser I can't do anything in a sexy Scouser accent. Can't even do a Scouser accent. Zbigniew is a brilliant first name. Yeah. It's just a fun set of letters. Yeah, if you fall out of a loft, I mean, he didn't by any chance fall out of a loft, did he? Right. When is the next game? Oh, okay. Wow, there's that many games in between? Jesus. For the good job. Oh, good point, yeah. So Tello Wood, I guess that's a thing. I guess resting the other team isn't the worst idea in the world. So, does it sometimes say on here? No, it doesn't. I think that's only when there's no one in that job right now. Przemysław as well is... Sorry, Przemysław. Przemysław. It's always one I really struggle to say. Yeah, we'll check on the staff odds thing in here. Watch me be the favourite for it. It's David... Please tell me that's not the Malta manager. Oh. Right. Lads, could you maybe look a little bit... Be a bit more ambitious? So it's the current Floriana manager, former Dingley manager. Yeah. Just take one of our guys, please. I beg of you. You could do so much better than him. I wish I could. That'd be the dream. I wish you could offer out managers. That would be very useful, actually. We need our Nepali guy to get on the business. Yeah, I suppose it is that they're not offering too much yet. I think this is obviously going to change a little bit once we start getting into regular European competition with those guys. Wow, that's a performance. Padilla with a hattie. Vida with another assist. Palacio with a goal. Oh, wingbacks do love a goal. And for once, we actually overperform our XG. That goal difference as well is looking good. How are we doing as far as goals scored? 35. Looks like it would be a little bit down on last year. We've got to get some more like 8 and 9s in games from time to time. Not conceding a lot, though. We do look weirdly better defensively this year. Oh, Balzan looking to step aside. Ah, that's not anything useful. Oh, I got my hopes up about a Tycoon takeover for a second there, but it looks like we will eventually at some point in the save get one of them. It ain't going to be it for a while, I wouldn't have thought. Okay. So, Julian Sass wasn't as good as we hoped. That's a shame. Second of the conference semi-final. Ah, you got to it right, though. Stay in the Malta pool. If you release players, basically, from your club in Malta, they will still consider to be part of the Malta pool, yeah. Yeah, Jamie Wood is one of the two City players. Sorry, the City guy. We had an Arsenal guy and a City guy that were brought in to try to fulfill that promise. I'll probably send them back in January. Although, honestly, For the time being, having them for rotation options in the league since they're not complaining is maybe not the end of the world. 10 for a training report and everyone 9 weeks have had him. Yes. What's his personality? Because you'll probably find there's other things contributing to that as well. How is Roy getting on? 7 goals and 3 assists so far, and lots of green arrows. Good signs. Hello, Jimmy. We've been using your addition to the team report scanner to get some extra fodder today, and it's been working out terrifically. Cabela no one wants to leave, okay. Cesar Valleca. These guys sometimes have some players, actually. We'll have a look. Oh, God, what now? Underpaid. Bruv, you're earning $6,000 a week. And actually playing, I think, more so than... Yeah, no. You're actually playing more than your contract says as well. Like, that's just simply not a thing. You also got a wage increase this stream too. Yeah, exactly. I think perhaps that's the reason he's actually asking for more money, because I'm playing him more than I should be. You sort of can't win. King Jimmy with the 5 months. Thank you, Jimmy.
Build a nation. More like build an awesome stream community. Keep up the average work matter.
Little dig right at the end there. I appreciate that. Personality professional. That means, yeah. I mean, that you've pretty much just got a development beast there. If he's got that level of determination and obviously high professionalism, or at least reasonably high professionalism, you're pretty much... You just love to see it. They're the sort of guys that won't even complain when you put them on bad training. They'll just go down from like a 10 to a 9.6. As if you're supposed to somehow be like, oh, God, how could you? Top scorer? Pedraza's got 13 in 11. That's absolutely unhinged. But also completely apt for the quality. If we keep him at Hammering for a while, he could be what keeps them relevant. 13 in 11. He's got 17 goal contributions in 11 starts. I say starts. Yeah, 11 starts. That's incredible. And 3 and 3 in the Conference League. Yeah, because do you remember back in the day when it was everyone used to think that determination was like the most important attribute, when in actuality it's not. As far as personality stuff goes, right? And to be fair, I was fully guilty of that as well. But then I came to the light of basically just trusting everything Max says instead. Right, there we go. So now I'm all aboard the professionalism train. It's just harder because obviously professionalism isn't an attribute you can actually see. But there's plenty of ways to figure it out. Yeah, 17 and 11 is a ridiculous... For an AI team as well. That's the thing. £1 million? Oh, okay. We'll take the free money, I guess. How's Ofafana getting on? Yeah, he's quite good, isn't he? See you later, Bill. Yeah, I suppose it's because it's... Oh, here we go. Reno Smoke. Perfection. Get you in here. I'm going to offer him out anyway. I remember getting into a proper Barney on stream about that when someone was basically trying to make the argument that finishing didn't matter. And when I say didn't matter, I mean like it literally didn't matter. And I'm just like, obviously it matters. Like a little bit. It's quite an important attribute still. I just think there are other things that are more important when it comes to strikers, right? Oh yeah, 20 determination back in the tutoring days would have been insane. G9, woo! Thank you for the follow. Panacio had, I think, 11 for Goodyear. So he's done very well as well. When you could just pick up a random guy who was, like you say, 20 determination, model citizen, never play him, have him for 2 years, and within about 2 years, all of your squad were suddenly model citizens conveniently overnight. I'm glad they definitely nerfed that. That made sense to do. I just think that the mentoring system that's been put in place since then is as bad as that was good. No, maybe not quite. It's not quite as bad as that was good, but it's certainly become a lot more impenetrable and annoying. Okay, so it's the next game I'll play. We're playing Krastev at left wing back and Melbourne at right. Okay, sure. Bold. It's Oscar. It really is. Maybe it's just because I'm too thick to understand it properly. That's what I'm putting it down to. Missing all those players for that Benfica, this is such annoying as well. Because, like, I feel like... Bear in mind as well, that result we didn't get against Bayern was also with a weakened side. Impenetrable and annoying. But it's just... It is what it is, isn't it? Hammer and win. Good you're out. Sweet you're out. Wow. That actually surprises me. Also, when did you sign for Hammering? Oh, I was going to say, because he used to score a lot of goals for Goodyear. I had no idea that he'd gone to Cameroon now. Yeah, I wouldn't mind mentoring, as you say, if it didn't randomly add PPMs to players that aren't in it. Like, I don't want PPMs being added to my players that aren't in the mentoring group. And bear in mind, that doesn't happen until you set up mentoring the first time. I feel like there's not enough control over it. Keep him from retiring. To be fair, there's not really a lot you can do to stop him from retiring. Yeah, Melbourne's not even that bad there. Players, generally speaking, just like retiring quite a lot. I've always found it weird. Do you remember in the, those of you that saw the agent video I did, the Roy Walker one? The Roy Walker from Catchphrase. The Aaron Walker one, where once I stopped him from retiring that first time, I say stopped him. I didn't actually stop him. He just randomly decided. He didn't just, and then he retired like 4 years later. Really, really weird. Because I hadn't used the, oh no, it's probably because I'd used, maybe the editor like messed with it in some way. I don't know, but I didn't like, because there's nothing you can do in the editor to stop him from retiring as far as I know. Or certainly I didn't know at the time anyway. Yeah, it's like it opens up some floodgate in the background. Yeah, the natural fitness is, I think, the key factor. Say what you see. What I'm seeing is bullshit. Right. Krasnov on the move? No, absolutely not. But nice to see he's at least got a good value. Penaldo, wait, really? You're not playing? As if they're not starting him. That should show you the strength that Sweetie have got in the back line if they're not starting Penaldo. What have they got? So Clayton, who is arguably not as good, and Lopez, who I don't even know who that is. He might actually be quite good in fairness. Right. So Tarshin, then Benfica, who are 17th, which is a bit of a drop-off for them in fairness. But it is the last game we have to play before losing our... Losing? Before... Oh, generational foot. I might have a little look. Oh, he's 25. God, I got super excited then. Imagine if he was like an 18-year-old at Generation Foot with that kind of attributes. Christ. Too old to really make any impact in the loan farm, sadly. Wow, Generation Foot have not really yielded much lately. Homegrown, maybe? It's weird that Penaldo's not playing, though. It's a shame. Luckily, I think his is a 2-year loan because we did his with the part exchange. So I think over time, he'll just become better than him. Hey, Sir Binkerton. Oh, thank you, friend. That's very kind. Right, we'll get Tarshin out of the way. This is full rotation, no matter the fitness levels of the players. 17 million for Kwasi Awuah. Are you joking? Bro's absolutely goated. Okay. Perez, no. We want Jamie Wood and... That's literally him. Where is older... Yeah, we'll have Halal Khan and Jamie Wood, although that way around, perhaps, as well. At what point, if you do decide people are not good enough anymore in the farm? If they're still playing, then I'm happy with them, pretty much. If they're not, then they'll just end up coming back because they will refuse to extend their loan anyway. So at that point, it's a case of them, they'll be at the club for a little bit. And during that period, if they can find another loan with a team that's worse, then I'll just let that happen. If they don't then find a loan in that period, they just end up getting released pretty much. I don't extend contracts of players that are crap and are currently at the club. I only extend those contracts if the player is crap but is playing out on loan. So that's really where we end up releasing players, is when they go out on loan. When they come back from their loans and they can't find a loan that following season, that's when I tend to release them. Because at that point, they're not doing anybody any good, including us. Rojas, but not putting Palacio at centre-back. We will put... like someone like Nieto, right? He won't find a loan at the moment, but he does still have another year left on his contract. Actually, yeah, he might go this summer, honestly. Because he's too expensive to keep. If they get a funny name, then you... I think having a funny name buys you like an extra year on your contract. Pretty much. They sort of just... Yeah, it's kind of like a pachinko machine. They sort of just fall out the bottom. Tactic, which players you have? So both, I suppose. So when I first got the save and we started the save, then it was a case of fitting the tactic to the players we had. And then over time we started bringing through players, and some players got better. We start finding a couple of interesting players and maybe go, okay, let's try and fit the tactic around them. But if I arrive at a club, I tend to fit the tactic around the players. And then after a while, start signing players because of the tactic. But then don't be afraid to mix things up, right? Over and over every season. They're almost doing it to spite you, Jack, at this point. They're just like, this is what you could have had 10 years ago. Chinese player. Oh, Tashi never Chinese. Ooh. Okay. Watch him score the winner against us now. 'Twas in the prophecies. We love a 6-0 off of 1.6 XG is absolutely wild. Wood, Kristich, Barbosa, Rojas, and Carlos. Wait, why were you getting on the pitch, Carlos? E-Man can't be stopped. So Sweet have finally earned second place back now, which is understandable. Preference formational style. My tactical preference is generally sort of flavour of the week type of stuff. I'll sort of, over the first few stages of the save, work out. Oh, they got no nose. Oh, or is that Nonso? Because they've got a guy called... Oh, no, they've actually... Yeah, Prosper Nonos. There he are. There he is. Wait, he's on loan from... Oh, he's on loan from us. Of course he does. A lot of it comes down to learning what's good this year in the game. So this year, wingbacks seem to be really powerful. Whereas last year... Do you remember CMAs last year? Central midfielders on attack were just absolutely unbelievable. So... That was the thing we did a lot last year. This year, I feel like wingbacks are super, super powerful, so we're using them. Although we were actually using them before we found that out. We sort of discovered it ourselves, I guess. That's good to know. I think, aren't we scouting this guy? He, for me, is just going to make a really nice loan farmer in a year or two, although that low adaptability is a worry. Sun Yang. And I'm really bad at explaining things to do with tactics because I'm not very good at tactics. I am going to make a video that explains how I build tactics, though, purely because I feel like the way I build them isn't with tactical knowledge, pretty much. It's more about doing a jigsaw puzzle where you can't see what's written on the puzzle and then hoping it works. But I feel like that's not a bad attitude to have when you're learning the game a little bit. So I might make a video about that, even if I'm going to get the mother of all well actuallys as a comment section for it. Nah, wingbacks are brilliant this year. Your assistant's like, welcome. It's a fight. Literally, though. I think it'd be a fun video. Tactics for Dummies, yeah, because I am the dummy. It's Tactics for Dummies, written by the dummy, me. Essentially. No, I really should make that video. I'll add that to the list, because we've got the how to do an agent video, another agent video which I want to do with the retro database, the rest of the world team in the World Cup one, which is going to be really fun, and then I'll do the Tactics for Dummies one, and then I really want to do that Tactics Challenge one, which I think would be quite fun. It is just engagement captaincy, I suppose, but bugger me, is it annoying. It's like when I did those loan tips sections in a recap video and someone was just like, I don't think you should be talking as an expert. I'm just like, what are you on about? It's a football manager game. Let's not like overstate the importance of this, right? In longer form, yeah, I suppose. And I think that's what I would do. What I would do is I would literally load every club into a save. And then I would just do like random club and then have it pick me one to then build a tactic for, pretty much. And go from there. Because I think that'd be kind of fun. That way it's sort of... And then I'll do some base sims with that team as like a baseline to see if we can improve upon it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy that likes making videos, right? I feel like if I was to say I was an expert in anything, it would be some of the scouting stuff. I think I'm reasonably clued up on some of the scouting stuff. I've got enough hours to consider that I'm like, okay, I'm pretty average at the game in a lot of areas, but I feel like the scouting stuff, whoa, you're interesting. Scouty scout. I'm reasonable. Mustafa Bar. Ooh. Actually, from Generational Foot as it goes. Ooh, who are you wanted by? Okay. Passably competent, yeah. Playing full time. I suppose. Bear in mind, though, I feel like when it comes to content creators, you either have to be really entertaining or incredibly gifted at the game when it comes to gaming, right? I'm not sure where I fall into that category, honestly. Or the third category, embarrassingly mid but self-aware. Dobronotsky's 80. Yeah, the issue with him was the value, if I recall. Was he still on this list? No, he can't have been. He was been on the shortlist, right? But look good. Because the grade takes into account various factors that you might not be using, for example. So you might value a player. The rating here takes into account things like the transfer value as well. Oh, thank you, Zim. You ever got to... Yeah, that's true. Unless you're a real football coach, you really shouldn't say anything. Could Sweet Tootsie's an expert? He could. I could get Mike to do it. I'll ask other people I know that work at SI. That'll be fine. Or I could just ask Mike, but I don't want to just to annoy. Oh, there he is. He appears to have lost some potential. Not lost potential, but like been reassessed on potential. Still, he's the kind of guy that I think we might want to look at in January. Yeah, the ratings on the players, I tend to ignore... I don't ignore stars. I use them as a guideline, but I do ignore the letter ratings on players when it comes to scout reports, generally speaking. Oh, Fader. I think you vastly underestimate what a stupid question sounds like, because what you said was probably about the farthest thing from a stupid question that a person could possibly ask in an FM stream. Chat, however, on the other hand, will ask stupid questions, and I will answer them. Hello, Mats. Your question was entirely on topic. It was actually somewhat unusual for my streams, for us to be talking about Football Manager and me giving advice in some manner. Some good players in here. Cardoso here. Oh, that's a release clause. He might be a one to get. How far away are the stars? How far away are your dreams? You can reach them. Sometimes you just got to walk through the clouds, chat, to find the sunshine on the other side. How much Lego can you stick up your butt? Are you filling in for half today? Horse or giraffe? Giraffe. Easy. Giraffes are my favourite animal. They are the goats. Except they're not the goats. They're the giraffes. Thank you. The giraffest of all time. Yeah. Laugh, 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 as Vaughan says. Tonight's Champions League semi. Ha! Inferno, you're going to be proud of me. I know that it's between Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. And I am predicting a Real Madrid win. Banned from signing academy players. Someone mentioned something about Fulham violating something. So what's that about? Are other people banned from signing our academy players? Because they love doing that. Admittedly, most of those academy players are not actually our academy players. They're ones we got from other ones. Stuck your neck out there. Hey, what can I say? I live on the edge. Do their sockets? I mean, make your own decision, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm more interested in Coventry Ipswich. Although I suspect what's actually likely to happen is Pog will come home from work, we'll cook some food, and then we'll just end up watching the chef show again. Not again, we're continuing to watch it. Let's see. A 6-month ban, suspended for a year from registering academy players. I mean, part of the sanction... Wait, what? Hang on, just to clarify. But that was us selling Carvalho to Liverpool. Why have we been punished for that? I'm going to have to... Oh, it's not the deal. Oh, it's when he came from... Fuck, who was it? It wasn't Bromley, was it? It was a team like that. Balham. Not Bromley. Balham. Oh, fair enough. If we've been naughty, we deserve it. I'll have to read into it later. Oh. Chatto! A youth intake with a C-rated attacking midfielder in it. Oh my god. That excited face when our attacking midfield options look to be below the required standard. God, I can't wait for Matthew Bugasia. We compensate them too much. Hang on, so we'd be... Alright, well, oh god. As if the internet just took a shit again there. There's a D in there too, yeah. It's the dream. The next in the lineage of the Matthews. Perfection. Yeah, a little wee blip. I do apologise for the... you know how annoying I find that stuff, because I'm a perfectionist and I hate it when things like that go wrong, because it's like, it's sort of out of my control. Like, I don't mind things going wrong when I'm in control of it. Defensive midfield, you start to get my 1.5 star pay, you take it, right? Like, we are... Oh, Fader Mugens. Thank you very much for the tier 1. That's so kind of you, friend. You really didn't have to do that. I'm always happy to answer questions, even if I answer them poorly and chat have to correct me. Which is most questions I answered, let's be honest. But, like, coming back to the Copenhagen thing from earlier, legitimately, would highly recommend it as a city to go to. It's fabulously fun. And I think it was just nice to prove that you could do that for not the same price as London, but not far off of it, and have a much better time. Matthew Side, he's still playing for Goodyear, so he's playing in the Conference League for them. And doing a pretty damn good job there. Who are you? Bro, I'd love that. I would absolutely love you to have a loan move. So enjoy Dingley. I mean, I would love to sell him. Wait, what? Yeah, there we go. Okay, to keep you company. I can't. I have to finish at 3 o'clock. But wait, what? Oh, Rios. Wait, didn't we already do this? But I'm going to go for a nice walk, I think, after stream, potentially. I wouldn't normally, but if the weather's still nice, which it looks like it might... Actually, I'm not sure now. The sun's gone over. Hopefully the weather's still nice. Chat, is the weather still nice out there? I realise this is the least helpful question I could possibly ask, but together we will crowdsource the answer. Yes, no, damn it. I just have to work out who's closest to me to base my decisions. It's great in North Carolina. Okay. Reports from Donuts. Good. An elite Tuesday. Bit mid. Okay. Incredibly sunny and hungry. Not that helpful, but I rate it. Glorious down south. Okay, I'm close enough to down south to make that work. It's nice in Maidstone. I can't go near Maidstone. Not at the moment. I'm a wanted man in Maidstone, chat. For those of you that missed it earlier, actually. Yeah. I can't go near Maidstone currently. I'm a wanted man. As far as I can see, the ban is you pay Ballon more than you're allowed to pay for. Oh, I see. Right, that makes sense. Suspended ban, so it's just like kind of a nothing, right? But hey, you know, if we've been naughty, we should be punished. Daddy. Punish us, Premier League Daddy. Right, Sirens Benfica. Who can we actually field here? This year, I should just like quote tweet it later. I suppose, Dan, the argument that could be made is that by giving them more money, we're essentially bribing them into future stuff, perhaps, or something. I don't know. But you're right, there is a little bit of silliness to that, isn't there? It's weird that there's a cap on fees. That is very strange. Take that, Navarro, up your mum. I can still remember exactly what that's about. That was the Real Madrid fullback that just refused to get a booking in the final against Uniao. What did I do with Mason? Nothing. Do you think the scouting method could work in a journeyman save? It's definitely less effective in a journeyman save without a shadow of a doubt, because as you say, you'd have to set it up every time you move. But I've not done a... It's actually kind of a good point, because when we do Outcast to Icons next year, we're going to have a very different setup to work with there. So Rojas is there. Gert didn't get a call up for Belgium or anything like that. Who's he wanted by, actually? Dortmund, okay. Paez, Espino, Jozanovic. So no Kadri. Oh, of course, he's at AFCON. Scouting method, the team report scouting. Oh, after he missed the penalty, yeah. Just buying all the young players, I guess. But surely this just means that they buy all the young players, they just don't have to pay their fair market value for them instead. That's sort of the way that it seems in my head, but I'm sure there are other fail-safes in charge as well. I'm also going to make sure that we actually pick a full bench here. Because why not, right? Okay. This is a good lineup. It's just not got the depth that we would normally have. Staff movement, that would be kind of fun. But you rarely ever bring your scouts with you when you move clubs. Oh, there's a guy called Chris Lamb playing for Benfica. Oh my god. He's a bit good. Christ. 15 goals in 21 games for England as well. He's 26, actually. I thought he was younger than that, but still, he's bloody good. Right, so we know who's going to score the winning goal. Oh, wait, didn't we nearly sign you? You were from Colo Colo, weren't you? Yes, you were. He was another guy that we nearly signed at one point. Right. This is huge. Here's my prediction for this game. I reckon that Valia from last year, probably still Valia. He's nowhere near as good as the guy at Real Madrid, Henrique, but he's close. My prediction is that we actually do play shit in this game. Like, we play like crap and we lose deservedly. It feels like we're due a random game where we play like crap and then deservedly lose, even though we've undeservedly had bad results. Yeah. Okay. Quote command. So you just do quote, and then if you do exclamation mark quote, it will give you a random one. If you do quote followed by the number, it will give you the number that responds to it. However, it can only be accessed every, like, 30 seconds, I think. So that might be why it's not working for you, basically. Hello, Swabben! Oh, yeah, and Arda Güler's there as well, of course. Right. Okay. Go. If we play well again against Benfica, then I'd be willing to say that we're actually ready to really start taking teams on in Europe. We've just been unlucky this year. Because we... Oh! Things you love to see. 9 minutes in, Sirens 0, Benfica 0, and Arda Güler has just absolutely murked Padilla. Agent Ardare. Come on. The fake one. Oh, this is the real one. It's so rare happening to us. Hang it in the fucking Louvre. Oh. Lovely. there's nothing like a lunch pint, Swabben. I had a delightful, very expensive lunch pint, admittedly, on Saturday, and it was glorious. Lunch pint burger, and then when I got some churros as well. It was delightful. I can't think of a time when that's actually happened in our favour. It just doesn't happen in our favour, does it? Ever. This is our chance. We're up against 10 men for 80 minutes now, which means we're going to lose to them. We've got all the chance in the world now to make this happen, especially as they've not actually... They're still going with 2 strikers. Shakhtar's still second. Fair play. And we lead. Mateus Paez. 1-0 Sirens against 10 men. This is it. This is where we get an unexpected win, and a deserved one as well, which would send us to, what, 11 points with 2 matches to go. We could still get 17 points this season. And bear in mind, our last 2 games are Shakhtar, I think, and... I can't remember who it is, actually. Shakhtar are top of the group. Shakhtar and Lyon are the top 2 in the Champions League at the moment. What is going on? Also, why on earth was I changing the scores over here when we literally had our latest score box down here earlier in the stream? The real one is still playing in Turkey, as far as I know, yeah. Yeah, look at that. FC Copenhagen in there as well. For once, it might actually behoove us to finish outside of the top 8 to get an easier draw. Like, draw someone like Partizan in the first round, then take on someone like FC Copenhagen. How you use data to tweak tag? I don't, pretty much. So... Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ. Oh, that we got a bit lucky there. What's Araya doing? Right, come on, lads. We've got a massive breakaway here. Make the most of it. Oh, good. Yeah, he was at Madrid, but he moved to Benfica in this day because he couldn't get a game in Madrid. But yeah, I don't really use the data hub for that. I barely even use the data hub at all, honestly. Most of the time when I use... it's a different round drop. Imagine that. Most of the time when I use the data hub, it's mostly just to demonstrate like how good we are. So I've never really used it to diagnose tactical issues. But this is all the sort of stuff that'd be really fun to cover in that video I want to make about tactics, because then you could also do some stuff about diagnosing tactical issues, although that's something I'm much worse at. I'm better at building tactics from scratch than I am diagnosing problems with an existing tactic. So the reason we came up with this tactic that we've got right now was down to the fact that I noticed in matches that we would often limit our opponents to basically no chances and then create 1 or 2 big ones ourselves. But if we didn't score them, our opponents would basically just score their only shots on targets of the game, pretty much every game. Oh, brilliant. What a miss. So I decided that the only way to go around this was to just make sure that we scored more and sacrificed a little bit of defensive quality, which admittedly hasn't prevented it from happening still entirely, as you've seen this season. But I think it's definitely helped us in that. So we become more aggressive in the attack, knowing that we're going to concede a few more goals on the other end, as Padilla now makes it 2. That's offside, isn't it? Nope. Get in. That's the sort of logic I use. And I never use it for individual opponents, ever. The only time I think I ever make changes for individual opponents is in situations, ironically, like the one we're in right now. If Benfica went to a really narrow system, which they're kind of not doing in this game, I might potentially tell them to play down the wing. But with the fact that they are playing 3 CMs, you know, I might try it in the second half. Genuinely. Like, we're 2-0 up. Oh, we're already in the second half. So in a game like this, if particularly if we're struggling to break someone down and they're down to 10 men, this is the sort of moment where I would actually potentially try something like that. But most of the time I tend not to make a difference. I tend not to change it. Yeah, if we're being absolutely harumphed as well, then it's the sort of change I might make too. I might actually get Markovic on a bit early. Give Nunez a rest. Mix it up a little bit. Try to save some legs. Yeah, I didn't realise I'd press continue for the second half. Shocker. Matt forgets something. Also, Copenhagen winning again. I think I've given them my good luck. Well, I say, yeah, literally, I've given them the good luck. Oh, there we go. Lahovi. Ah, that's so poor. Oh, come on, please don't. That should be fine. Yeah, well played, actually. I find that the best approach to developing a tactic, especially if you're in like pre-season stuff, is marginal gains. So 1 tweak at a time, see what it does. If you like it, keep it. If you don't like it, revert it, then try something else. And then slowly but surely, you'll incremental increase your way towards a really workable tactic. Every now and then I'll try more than one thing at once if I'm really certain something's the answer. And I always find that watching matches on comprehensive in pre-season is really useful for that, because then you get to watch the play unfold and you'll see things that perhaps you wouldn't do if you're on key highlights. Oh, Gillet. Oh, that's a good block as well. More goals feel like they're coming here. That red card has pretty much just handed them handed us the win here. However, I wouldn't be surprised if Benfica still score their only shot on target today. It still feels eminently doable that could be the case. Tweak worked or not. So the way I would measure whether the tweak worked is just things like an increased output of XG in the next game, an increased or decreased amount of XGA, and things like that. Gibby's been really solid. I've enjoyed him as a goalkeeper in this team. I think he's really solid. We're going to get Ryan Spiteri on because, wait, why the hell would I do that instead of Kona Guy? I mean, that would just be flexing on him, wouldn't it? Although I will give Andy Mikulev. Oh, I can't make any more subs. Do I risk it? Do you know what I think I do? Fuck it. Andy Mikulev, in you come. Why not give a youth player a chance? We're 2-0 up against 10 men. He's not going to hurt us defensively by coming on the pitch. It's an opportunity for him. Imagine he scores a goal. Because he's a grey star player. Oh, go on, Padilla. That's such a nice bit of football as well. No, never mind. This is wrapped up. Padilla's been absolutely sensational today, by the way. Like, he evidently can do that role. It's just he's much better sitting in the AM role, I think, and Quasi's better in this position, but he clearly can do it. In fact, he's perfect when he peels out of the space like that. Great work from Kamga as well to actually take the time. God, they've had a couple of deflected goals themselves. So the reason for that, Fader Morgans, is because when you have the success in that first season, teams, you probably gain reputation a lot of the time, especially early in a save. You'll be gaining reputation by doing that. And then teams will set up differently against you because they now consider you a threat. So what will often happen is teams will be more aggressive against you if they think you're weak. So some tactics, and often the tactics that FM players tend to employ, tend to be quite aggressive. So there'll be gaps for you to do that, and you win a lot of games like 4-2. And what then happens is they then adjust and become more conservative against you, which means that you find it harder to break them down. And that's what we had to adjust to as well. So it's not so much that they're learning your tactics, it's just that they're adjusting to you as a team and your reputation against them. Keep the players from running away with the game. I think there is an element of that potentially, yeah. Oh, that's poor. That's actually... and there's their first shot on target. As you say that, there's their first shot on target of the game, and it's a goal. You're right, Kamga is back, isn't he? So that's given. Yeah, no, it's just bad defending from us there. Keeper should have that one. That is funny as fuck, though. But once again, first shot on target, first goal. Like, this is why we employ a tactic that means that we score loads of goals. Because when we were trying to keep things really tight at the back and win games 1 or 2-0 with a couple of really high quality chances, you just couldn't win games because they just score their only shot on target. So, different in Europe. It feels like it, yeah. Oh, Jezanovic just hurt himself. Shit. Can I... Is there a way to take off a player when they're not injured? You can't do it, can you? Because we've not got any more subs, but I would quite like him to not get hurt. But as far as I know, you can't actually take him off. Unless the game tells you can. Yeah, that's really annoying. Because I don't really want him continuing. Let me just check dugout. There we go. It's because I don't have this thing up. There we go. I don't want him continuing the game. Yeah, it does seem a bit like that. I mean, you can see that again, it's happened here. Which is hilarious. It's a contract. He's laying on the pitch and I'm like, hey, lad, how about an extension to the contract? Because Spurs don't know how to spend it. Or looking for a new stadium. Is anything else to spend on? Well, if you've... I mean, presumably you're going to have to replace the strikers that you've just sold, no? Oh, that's nice football. Oh, an assist! Oh, he's offside. Yep. Should be allowed to stop time wasting. Well, yeah. Yeah, we're actually only playing one centre-back here. We're winning 3-1 against 10 men. I think we'll be all right for the time being. That was Andy's time, yeah. It's 10 aside. Watch us score another goal. Oh, fair enough. Well, camera angle says, yeah, I was supposed to show that, wasn't I? So it's TV with camera height all the way to the left and then camera zoom all the way to the right. For me, it's the most, like, close to TV, actually looking like TV as you can get in the game. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, Gorabash. Trust me, if you saw our results for the Champions League this season, you'd understand. So, against Bayern... Oh, hang on. Andy Mikulev! Andy Mikulev! Sirens 4, Benfica 1. Andy Mikulev scores in the Champions League against Benfica. What a pass from Markovic. Again, doing the business for us. Look at that. The composure to open his body up. Deflects off the defender again. Oh, Andy Mikalev. Yeah, he literally brilliant play. 4-1 over Benfica. We've dominated them. And deservedly so. Oh, surely there isn't another goal in this game. Watch Andy score another one. Krastev. Gillet. Oh, this is good football. Oh, no. I thought that was our chance. Andy is literally a random youth player that is only on the bench in this game because we've got so many players at AFCON. But I decided to bring him on when we were winning the game to see if he could do anything, and he's actually scored. To begin the second season. That comes down to heavily the same kind of thing. So trial and error, just trying little things out. Just, oh my God, it's 5. Kamga's now made it 5. We're 5-1 up against Benfica. Lordy Lord. Crazy. Yeah, it's so hard for me to give you like advice on that, because the only thing I will say is watch matches. If you see anything that you think maybe a slight tactical tweak, like just a change to the instruction, try it. Try it for a game. If you don't like it, revert it. But just watch the games. Watch the way that the passing plays are unfolding. Are you getting chances from certain areas? Are you conceding too many chances in certain areas? Just to clarify as well, the guy that's just scored against Benfica is this guy, 17-year-old from our youth intake 3 years ago. Low determination. He is fast and actually has okay finishing, in fairness. Lahovi's 5'3", if I remember correctly. God, what a guy. He is rapid, which just shows you yet again how important pace is. 5-1 win. That's lovely. Like, that's really, really lovely. A 5-1 win against Benfica, and now all of a sudden, it's good. Like, we're up to 9th in that, and we've got 2 easy games to come. We could honestly be sat on 18 points right now. We've deserved to win every game we've played. And that's such a testament this season to how good we've got. So excited about that. Right. Zdanovic is not out for too long, which is all right. Beautiful. And he'll be back after Christmas. Yeah. I mean, it did help that they had the red card, which we now get to celebrate in the form of a Harrow Bishop Ultras chat. So you know what to do. I want to see some bishops, and a 5, and a 4, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1. And Harold, take it away, my buddy.
You did. And I'm in the house where the coffee's green and the food is grouse. With sandwiches and lasagna too.
Ice cream sundaes for me and you.
I'm Andrew Harold and I'm in the house where the coffee's green and the food is grouse. With sandwiches and lasagna too.
Ice cream sundaes for me and you.
I try not to lose my temper with myself.
Oh, goodness sake and shit and balls.
The minute you get uptight, you're dead.
Oh, Andy for sure's got like Lone Farm one day written all over him. Absolutely. Youngest ever goal scorer at 17. Wow. They really are, Swabben. Like, we were actually discussing this exact thing earlier about how 7... That's amazing. This is where FM just loses me as far as, like, absolute any hint of realism. We were getting £78 million bids for Julian Palacio, right? 6 months later, a deal that could end up costing him £7 million. It's just so stupid. Andy's already got it. It's actually better if we don't give Andy a contract, because the longer we leave him on a youth contract, the longer we can put off giving him that first contract, which means we can give him less contracts, basically. He'll be here till he's really old anyway, because of the way that youth contracts are structured in this league. Wait. And then he goes and scores twice against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Andy scores against Benfica. The next day, turns around, scores twice against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Oh, OCD. Ironically, that was on me. I timed it out so that was hopefully what was happening in it, because I'm like weird like that. Oh, Andy's done it all. What a pair of days. It's also a rare... Well, we've actually got 6... We've beaten Barca and Gladbach in the Champions League. We normally come bottom of this at the moment. Hot damn. Sevki, thank you for the follow. Things you'll love to see. Get him on an 8-year deal. Oh, fine. We'll get him on an 8-year deal then. If I can even do that, I might not be allowed to. Future prospect. All right. No, I can only offer him 3 years. On quite a large contract as well. Best I can do is 6. Wait, really? All right. I love that he's actually demanding stuff. What the hell? Bro, do you realise you played 1 game? That is wild. All right, fine. Andy, you know what? You get the bag. Congratulations. You've worn me down. I love how much he's like, no, I just bailed you out. I mean, I think he thinks he's Andy goddamn Mikalev. And he's right. Holy damn. Yeah, to be fair, he did score in the Champions League, then the next day turn around and score twice in the Youth League as well. So there is that, I suppose. They've bound that. All right, so we've got Thursday games, and then we're good to go. Perfectly in time for 3 o'clock. It's like I've planned this out. Benfica de Lampayers, no, I love that he's now worth less. 9 million for that. Those are hilarious. Although the prices are still coming up a little bit. So what we got this time? Hamrin are away at Valencia. Sweetie are away at Pushkas. That's going to be tough. And Birkirkara hosting Konyaspor. This feels like a potential... Wait, there's one more, isn't there? Where's Goodyear? Away at Nordsjælland. I reckon we lose all 4 of these. I think this might be a bit of a stretch for us. Oh, new manager. Matthew Guillaume... Oh, what a name. Guillaumier. He's actually good. He is actually good. What a name as well, by the way. Matthew Guillaumier. Very solid. So yeah, he was all over the shop. Was a bar manager for 5 years. Now he's going to do Goodyear. He could do really Goodyear things with them. That's exciting. That's an actual good appointment for them. Williams in French. Right, come on. Birkirkara get a point. Get in. Goodyear lose 3-0. Shit. Sweetie win. Hammer and lose. So... Yeah. Hammer losing to Valencia. Totally fair. They weren't up to it. Understandable. Have a nice day. Birkirkara getting a point against Konyaspor. Deservedly so. Not bad. I'll absolutely take that. Sweetie with a 2-0 win against Pushkas. Best side, but just barely. Also, Itchik Biton scoring. Oh, shit. Jean Dong Suk. He's injured. What's the injury? Lower low. No. That's not ideal. And then lastly, but leastly, it was... Yeah, Goodyear. That's probably going to be... 3-0's a little harsh, but they didn't deserve it. Right, more points for the coefficient. What are we up to? On the year, 9.5 points. We have 9.5 points, and there's still 2 more games for us to play and an entire round of fixtures for the others. We could be above 10 points before we even get to the knockouts. And we're closing in on Ukraine, not that much, honestly. But we're gapping Austria. Austria are absolutely shitting the bed here. Yeah, those injuries are not ideal. Let's find out how bad the injuries were before we get going. That was them. That was what we were just looking at. Let's actually look at the group stage. So, Sweetie are now guaranteed playoffs. In 3rd spot right now. Hamrin are in 10th with 9 points. They're qualified as well. Goodyear have got 7 points, which is pretty much enough to qualify, I would say. And then Birkirkara obviously are absolutely useless down at the very bottom. But 3 teams through would be pretty solid. I think the likelihood of Goodyear qualifying is pretty solid. They've got a plus. They've got a positive goal difference. Although, see what happens with Matthew Side and Jean Dong Suk. Watch them not be... Oh. Okay. No injuries at all? No, he's fine. Wait, what? Pulled calf muscle. Yeah, if they haven't... It's a red injury, but it wasn't enough for them to want to talk to us about them, so that indicates to me that it's not a big deal. Like, he'll miss their last game, but they're already qualified, so it doesn't really matter too much. We're apparently chasing... Oh. Martinez. 25-year-old on Hugh... Yeah, he's not that good. I mean, he is good, but... we've got 210 in the loan farm at the moment, Swabben. Like, he's good, but I wouldn't pay £15 million for him. Just another one of the insane young boys players. Right, let me save that there so we can finish off here and I can have a piss. A second whiz quiz was not on the cards today and I pushed on through. Should have really weed while my internet was absolutely shitting itself. Oh, this is good because we get a youth intake next stream as well. Well, I think we do anyway. I think most likely we'll have a youth intake. It depends if we go really deep in the Champions League. I think we have the quality to do so. Like, unironically, the way we've played in the league this year, I think this might be the first year that we go deep. Potentially. Yeah, I'll put the 6th game results in the Discord because obviously they have that weird extra week. And we're going to raid Mad today because I don't think I've been able to raid Mad in a very, very long time indeed. So yes, Thursday stream, crunch time, because it's knockouts and youth intake and all sorts of batshit stuff. I reckon we can get to 14 points this year, genuinely. I think some of these guys could go quite deep in the Conference League, Hamron and Sweetie especially, and Goodyear are not to be messed with either. So thank you for joining me today, friends. Thank you for joining me on my partner anniversary or whatever that was. Have a lovely rest of your afternoon, lovely rest of your day. I'll see you lovely people on Thursday. This is going to be a good season. I can already feel it. Not that we've not done half of it. So I'll see you guys soon. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye. Carlisle, honey.